this video, we're going to get comfortable with the systemctl command, the main way to control systemd services on modern Linux systems. First, a quick note, you'll usually need sudo for most systemctl commands because you're managing system services. Let's start with the big picture. Systemctl is a tool that talks to systemd, which is the init system that starts services when your machine boots, stops them when it shuts down, and keeps track of their status. With systemctl, you can start and stop services, enable or disable them at boot, and check what's running right now. A service in systemd is usually defined by a unit file, like nginx.service or ssh.service. Systemctl lets you control these units with simple verbs like start, stop, restart, and status. Let's see this in action with a very common service, ssh. To check if the ssh service is running, you can run systemctl status ssh. This shows you whether it's active, when it started, and recent log lines. If the service is stopped, you can start it with sudo systemctl start ssh. This affects the current session only. It doesn't change what happens on the next reboot. To make sure ssh always starts when the system boots, you use sudo systemctl enable ssh. That creates the right symlinks, so systemd knows to start it automatically. If you want to both start it now and also enable it for future boots, you can combine these with sudo systemctl enable now ssh. You can also stop a service with sudo systemctl stop ssh, and if you don't want it to start automatically anymore, you run sudo systemctl disable ssh. For debugging, sudo systemctl restart ssh is handy. It applies configuration changes and restarts the process in one go. There are also commands to see the bigger picture. Systemctl list units --type service shows all loaded services and their current state, like running, exited, or failed. And if a service is failing, journalctl-ussh will show you the logs for that specific unit, which pairs nicely with systemctl status. To wrap up, remember the core pattern. Use systemctl status to inspect, start and stop to control services right now, enable and disable to control what happens at boot, and restart when you're applying changes. Once you get used to these few systemctl commands, managing services on a Linux server becomes much more predictable and much less mysterious.